Let's talk about what happens when a successful woman has external success but feels dissatisfaction inside. And you're the kind of person who notices that and it bothers a lot because you feel like, why you've gotten to this place with so much work and now it doesn't even feel great like you thought it would. The external, while wonderful, is not enough for you because that's the kind of person you are. And also, this kind of dissatisfaction, it usually doesn't feel like sadness at this level. It feels like a kind of internal friction that is debilitating, de energizing, depleting. And you didn't work this hard to get here. And then to feel this way about yourself and about what you've created, because you've created something wonderful and you know it. So there's a mismatch here. And again, you're the kind of person who absolutely cannot allow this to continue without investigating it and doing something about it. Again, because that's the kind of person you are. That's what you do with your business. That's what you do at work. So of course, this is what you're going to do for yourself. But how? So first, let's notice what's actually going on. This is not a lack of clarity or vision. You know that. This is not a lack of effort, and you know that too. You're no stranger to effort. It's that all this effort and the way you've put things together, you've been able to actually create what you created from scratch this way, with this part of yourself, with the part that can effort, the part that can create, the part that can vision, the part that can move things, the part that can fix things and fix things and fix things. Now, at a certain level, there's a different energy required of your system. And your system knew how to create this way, but it's wired right now for that rather than like a different gear, a different level of yourself to be able to take charge now. And so we're using the parts of ourselves that got us here, but they won't get us there. So a couple examples. I was working with a woman who had achieved so much in the healthcare professions, and she was leading a team. And she told me she noticed after a while that what she was doing was she was leading her team by trying to get them to like her. Now you know that's never going to work. It is the team, even if they can't articulate it, is going to feel it, and it lessened her in status for them, and also lessened her in their eyes, and made her feel one down, and completely obscured her leadership abilities, which are significant, and her vision, which is significant. Or another woman who's beyond capable. You would definitely want this woman in your corner for sure if you engaged her in the area in which she works, also in the healthcare professions. And she had she had created her success out of nothing. But what she was in, engaging in at work was complete disregard. The people that were above her were completely disregarding her skills and her ability and were just pounding her into the ground. And she stayed in there. She stayed with it. Even though she's at the top of her field, she stayed with it. This is what we do. This is not something that people at the top just don't do anymore. This is what we carry ourselves into our work. And then we reap the results. So for the woman with the team, her team was chaotic. Her team was uncentered, ungrounded, couldn't move forward. She couldn't lead them. She couldn't lead them that way by trying to get them to like her. And with the other woman, where they were undermining her, the people at the top, over her, despite her enormous skills, she just, again, she stayed and stayed. And this was so debilitating and so discouraging to her as a person. And yet, this was at the bottom how she saw herself. So and what happened with each of them, you might want to know. So with the one with the team, that's just gone. And all the guard that she puts up and all the intensity with the shields up, as she calls it, with which she protected herself, one way of which was try to get people to like her, but not really engaging with them, is just completely gone. And she's shocked. She said, I have so much more energy now. I had no idea how much energy was going into the shields up. And the other woman left. She just left and got a job within the next week or so, week or two, I think less even, and is now putting herself in a position where she's doing what she really loves, where her contribution is. Now, these are two people that are working in an organization. Let's talk about a consultant who had, again, massive skills, because the women that I work with have massive skills, and they have clarity, and they have the smarts, and they have the vision. It's that the who they're operating as is not their full self. And so they feel this internal friction because it's just not the way it's supposed to be, and they know it. And she went from dis- discouragement about getting contracts with people who would hire her to getting her dream job and losing 100 pounds. So much can happen when the operating system, your internal way of being, when the friction starts to reduce. And again, it's not about you having more clarity, more skills, or more hacks, because you're up to here with the hacks, right? You don't need more to do. You need to find a way through so that what got you here doesn't stay as what will get you there, because you need more. You need something more from inside yourself. If you want some deeper experience of this, I'm actually offering a 3-day, 1 hour a day masterclass that you can still sign up for through Sunday night. And I encourage you to sign up for it if this has felt to you like, there's something here for me. If even that's a little bit coming through to you, come join me and let's find out where you can go. It's for women who have the external success and are feeling that internal friction about, oh my goodness, really? This can't be all there is. So come join me. And if you are watching this and it's already too late, that link will take you to another way to engage together if you like. All right. Thanks for listening. I'll see you there.